Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be a smoky Valentine's Day look, and instead of doing it on myself, I skipped and decided to do it on my good friend Christen Dominique. This is Christen. If you guys don't know Christen, she is a makeup artist, YouTuber, mommy, wife, everything in one, the whole package. Flesh of the bombshell. So I wanted to glam her up for this look and make her super gorgeous and sultry.
And you did that look on my channel.
I did.
So if you want to see how to get her look.
Yeah, definitely. So once this video is done, make sure you guys head over to Christen's page so you guys can watch our tutorials that we did together. It's a Get Ready With Me. We were literally just BSing around. So it's really fun and cute, and she did her makeup as well. So if you guys like what you are seeing, be sure to subscribe to both of our channels. Like the video.
Like it.
Thumbs
it up. Hit the notification bell if you haven't subscribed to her.
Yeah, leave a comment below as well and let me know your guys' thoughts. Alright, that being said, let's get this look going. Are you ready? Are you ready to be glam?
So ready.
Ready, alright. Kristen's so pretty with that makeup on.
Oh, thank you.
Look at her skin look. She's gonna look so banging, guys. Banging, okay? So hands are clean. We're gonna go in and start doing her makeup. Gonna start off by protecting her skin and applying a little bit of the H2o Aquadefense Matcha Facial Essence. You guys know this protects your skin from environmental stressors, any kind of pollution, and it just helps to hydrate as well. How's it feel?
Feels good. Very good.
So good. So now I'm going to go in with the H2o Matcha Moisturizer. This is going to help improve the texture of her skin and the dullness, help to brighten her up as well. So going in with a small brush. This is something like a foundation brush, but I love using this one because it just really helps to target the areas I need to brighten up and add that moisture too. Next, we're going to be going in with the Guerlian. This is a Meteorites.
I cannot pronounce it. Meteorites.
Okay, the Guerlian Meteorites base. This is going to be her primer, and I love that she's going to actually apply it on. We're going to do 2 pumps, and I love this one because it has like an illuminator in it as well, and it just helps to create like this nice texture to the skin, so when the makeup goes on, it sticks onto there, smooths out the surface of the skin as well, making everything feel nice and supple. So Christen normally does her foundation first and works that way, but because we are doing a pretty heavy eye, we are going to be doing her eyebrows, eyes, and then back into her skin a little later. So I'm going to go in first using the Benefit Brow Zings. She's only shade number 6. We're going to do shade number 3 today. We're going to change it up for her a little bit, just because her eyes are going to be really bold and dark. I want to make sure that the eyebrows don't overpower the look. So going in with my MAC 266 brush, I'm just going to start right on the outer part of the eyebrow. So we're focusing most of the product to the outer part of the eyebrow. That's where I kind of like to add most of the color and pressure to, and really make sure I form the eyebrow out and then lightly work my way forward. And then again, moving my way forward. And then now flicking up. Just filling that brow really naturally. What are your thoughts?
That's a very light brow. But then again, I do use 6, so
yeah,
that's pretty dark. I love the dark
brow.
Yeah.
It's okay. It'll come together once the makeup goes on. I promise you.
Oh, it will. I know.
Last time we did her makeup, she was not able to watch me, so she's probably like enjoying this right now, like watching my steps. I did her makeup before and I loved it. So eyebrows for sure are a process. We have to now lighten them up, clean them up a little bit. I'm going to take in now my Kevyn Skin Sensual in the shade number 2 to clean up her under her brows and on top as well. And I'm just working in the brush forward and lightly buffing my way towards the front of the brow. A little lighter than her actual, like a little too much lighter, but you know what? We're going to make this, we're going to make it work once all the colors go on. Afterwards, I'm just going to grab this concealer brush and just kind of pat everything in and buffing it out as well. Really just want to make sure there's no lines of demarcation underneath the brows and making sure that everything looks nice and blended. So next I'm going to go in with the Shadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden from Urban Decay. And I'm just going to press this on all over her eye. I applied some onto a palette and onto the brush. And then I'm just going to pretty much pack it on all over. I like to spread a pretty good amount all over the eyelid, even extending it out to the side of her eye as well, just because I'm going to pull the shadow out a little bit. Now we're going to go in using the Tartist Pro Palette. And I love this palette. There's a ton of matte shades in here we're going to be working with. Going in first with the color Classic. I'm going to press this on all over her eyelid, her eyebrow bone first. Her brow bone, not eyebrow bone. Brow bone first. All over, just kind of to seal the concealer and really just help hold it on. Then from there, we're going to go in with the color Bold right here, which is like a very light neutral kind of shade. And this is going to be her transition color. So we're going to start this on the outer part of her eye, working our way above, going in circular motion, pulling our way up. And this color Bold, shockingly, is not bold. It's a really soft, neutral shade. So really want to make sure that you build this shade up so that you can get the transition to blend in really seamlessly. So now I'm going in with the color Whimsy, which is this more burnt orange kind of shade. And we are just now going again to build up that transition color one more time. Going directly underneath that bone, connecting it all the way to the inner part of the eye, and going back and forth.
I love me some burnt orange.
Anything,
the crease.
Yeah, anything burnt looks so good. And now going back in again with the same color but a more fluffier brush. And we're going to just work our way out, blending it towards the outer part of the eye and a little higher. You want to make sure that there's no lines when doing like a smokier eye, because you want to make sure that everything looks like it's blending from the lid to the crease to the brow bone. Makeup is such a process. I remember when I did clients, I would always say like, don't look yet, because seriously, like from the moment I start to the moment you're done is like a whole another person. So now taking in this brown color, this is called Edgy, and we're just going to pack this kind of in her crease, but then on her lid as well. And this is kind of like the start to the smokiness. You just want to really build up that crease, build up everything so that everything blends into that gorgeous smoky eye. And with the same color Edgy, I'm just going to take in this flat brush and really just pack on that lid. This is the part that you want to make sure it's really like dark and sultry. And then you want to get up another brush and blend it all together. This is the part when you should look a little crazy. I feel like a smoky eye always isn't like the prettiest process. Like no one ever looks good like that, ever. So then again, just taking in now again that color Edgy with the same brush, and we are just going to pack that crease in, applying it to the lid. Don't be afraid to go dark on this part or go heavier. It's like the part that you want to definitely pack it on.
Karen beat me up, y'all.
The pretty beat up. It's very blended too. So again, just going to continue to pack on the lid, and I always have my client look down so that I can really get in between any little areas, because sometimes when they close their eyes, you can't get in between like the lashes, or sometimes the skin on the eye moves. So it's very important to look down, or if you're doing it at home, have a mirror really low and do it from like a lower distance. That way you can really get high on this part, but also get in between everything, and your eye is watering. And then once that's all done, you're going to want to grab again that one first blending brush and pick up your transition shade. Go over that crease again and really just buff it out. Because when you do a smoky, you don't want it to stop there. You want to make sure that it really extends out a little. So wild. You want to make sure that it doesn't just stop and become like a block. You want it to extend out as well so that it can really complement your eye. I think you look pretty.
I think I look pretty.
I think y'all look pretty. So now to really brighten up this smoky eye, I was working some concoctions on the back of my hand. I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Sticks and Stones Ideal Duo. And what this is one side is like a cream base, and the other side is the actual pigment. And the thing is, if you apply pigment alone to shadows, it has nothing to stick on, so you're going to get a ton of fallout. It's not going to be as vibrant as you want it to, and it's just going to look just like you dusted like some dust on there. So to really get your any kind of like shimmer or pigment or whatever to really stand out, always add a base underneath. Thankfully this one comes with one that goes with it, so that's perfect. But if you don't have that, you can kind of use your own base. Any kind of cream shadow base will work perfectly for this. So I'm going to go into the cream color, and I'm just going to scoop some out and pick it up from the spatula, and it's on the back of my brush. So now that it's on there, I'm just going to have her look down.
Ooh.
It's making a real funny noise.
What does that sound like, Karen?
She's dirty, not me. So, and the reason I like tapping it like that, I'm going to get a clean brush real quick, is because I don't want it to move around the shadow I just applied on. So you want to make sure that you're tapping it so that it stays in that place, but you're not moving the underneath shadow that you applied on. Because if I start going left and right and blending, it's just not going to give me what I want. So tap, tap, tap. You got to hold the fingers like this too on the top. All right, so now that that's on there, we got that base, it's wet, it's ready. We're now gonna dig into this color, Sticks and Stones. So what I like to do this is tip it over, dump it some out onto the back of, again, we're gonna actually apply this with the first brush we used because it is already wet, it has that cream color, so it's definitely going to pick up on there. Having her look down again. So doing this tapping motion, you're really giving it that finger effect. Like when you press a shadow with your finger on, it leaves a really nice finish. Actually, that's why shadows swatch better on the fingers. So same thing with this, it's giving that same finger like kind of touch and finish. Yeah, so it's really helping it stand out the way as if you were to apply this with your finger. And then now with the transition color again, we're gonna go right into that crease. Clean up any kind of fallout that may have gotten in that area. You wanna make sure that the glitter shimmer doesn't get stuck up there. And I'm just gonna apply a little more of that crease and kind of work my way forward. So now I'm gonna take in my favorite wipes, the Neutrogena Makeup Cleansing Towelettes. I'm waiting for the day they make like 1,000 pack of this.
I know.
Because 25 is
just not enough.
You're playing and robbing me,
I
Neutrogena.
go through like 4 in one night.
I know, I use a lot. I personally love the blue ones because they're super conditioning and they don't have like a crazy fragrance to it either, so I don't tear up. There's some that just don't do the job, so this one does it for me. Close as you can to the lash line. Once you get right there, just get it with the fingernail and then just pull straight out. Don't go up, don't go down, just go straight directly. It's what matches the end of there. It's actually coming together.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go in with the Tartist eyeliner. This is the clay paint liner and then a little brush. I'm gonna do some type of liner on her, but I don't wanna do it too winged, so I'm just gonna add it to her lash line. I always say I'm not gonna do winged and I wing, so if it turns out winged, I apologize. If it doesn't, then I apologize as well.
Hold on, my eyes burn.
No! Breathe.
Okay.
And see, if eyes get watery, just remember, take your time on it. Like, do a little bit, back away, do a little bit, back away, because the clients, I can't always like do what we want it to do, so we gotta work with them. And then from there, we're just going to extend it out and then wing up. And her eyes did water up a little bit, so we have like a little patch that's missing right there, so we will definitely go back to that in a little bit. I always like adding liner over Smoky because I feel like when you put lashes on, the lashes will hide, so it's better to do the line so they can really stand out. So I'm gonna go in using Christen's Make It Forever Excessive Lash. I actually have never used this.
It's so good.
Is it good? Okay. Look down. So we're just going to apply this to, you guys know the drill, the root of the lash, pulling our way up to really help get those lashes nice and full and dark. Hermosa. So I just applied some duo onto these lashes. These are from the Makeup Shack. They're called Crowd Pleaser. And it's a cute, yeah, they're super cute, the Makeup Shack Crowd Pleaser. And I love them because they kind of remind me of the Lily Miami. They have a lot of wisp and a lot of fullness to it. So I'm gonna let it get a little tacky, and I like doing that by putting it onto a tweezer and then letting it just... Actually, you know what? While we're letting these dry, let's do your foundation.
Okay.
So we have already everything on your face. She wants, and she loves full coverage. This girl loves full coverage. So we are gonna mix two things today. So I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. We're gonna do the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation with a drop of the Shimmering Perfector. Drop of each because this one's gonna add that luminosity to her skin, and this one's gonna give her full coverage. We want best of both worlds. So we're gonna do that. Looks about right. I'll lighten you up with concealer. So I feel like this is probably a little, maybe like a shade darker than Christen, but I feel like it's okay because we're definitely going to be highlighting and doing a lot of zhuzh to her face, so it's totally okay. But if you are wearing this foundation, I do recommend probably going about a shade lighter so that it doesn't oxidize and so that it matches your skin. They run a little bit darker. This is the art of makeup, guys. Figuring it out, figuring out what's gonna work and what doesn't work. All right, so keep on blending this now. I'm gonna go to her forehead. You look so good, girl. You look good.
I know.
Just like that. Yes, girl. So we just gave her that really nice full coverage all over foundation. This is a waterproof, what is it? It's like waterproof
like 24-hour wear.
Wait, it says on no.
It's long wear though.
It's waterproof, long wearing, liquid, full coverage, matte finish, oil-free foundation. Jesus. So it
does everything.
Everything. So that's why I love it. But as you guys can see, we need a lot of brightening, ton of brightening. So we're gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the color light medium. Light medium. Okay, perfect. I feel like this does everything for me. It really just helps to brighten up the entire look. So we are going to take it in with that concealer. We're gonna go all the way in. And I love doing it with the brush. So I love being able to get in between those hard to reach areas. More goes a longer way, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes I feel like with the Shape Tape, I can only do so much with the applicator. So I like the brush tip. Now I'm going to use the tip of the Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to pretty much buff that all in. And I love doing it with the Beauty Blender because it leaves a more softer finish. Sometimes I like using brushes, but I think the Beauty Blender just helps to really blend it out better and just overall gives it a softer, more natural look. So we're just now going to keep on blending this and going up into the nose area. Kind of following the same steps that I kind of do on my face. I feel like this is like the exact same steps. However, it just is different on another person. So just do it think of it as if me doing it my makeup, just like really pressing this all over. And then with the back of the Beauty Blender, I like to actually blend the concealer and the foundation together because I feel like I don't want this to be too much of a sharp line, but I do want to lighten this area up and really brighten it up. We're gonna do a little bit more concealer right now. Before I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put her lashes on, jumping back in because I do not want the glue to get dry. So look down for me. So I'm just gonna go and pop these right in the center. I'm just gonna push this up though so that they sit a little higher. So we're just gonna let her lashes dry for a little bit. No!
Oh no!
Got on the glitter.
Okay, we have this one.
Okay. Dang, dude, we're having a really rough like filming day. Things are just.
There's glitter on the floor. I dumped eyeshadow all over her pants.
And then the Beauty Blender just got in the glitter. We dropped the mic. The battery has died.
The board.
We were recording for a little bit.
So much has happened actually.
So Shape Tape is doing the job we needed to do. It's really nice on this. What is this Beauty Blender?
Tarte.
Is it?
Girl.
So while her everything's kind of setting, we're going to do some powder. We're going to use our favorite, which is the Hello Flawless. We're going to use the color Petal on her. She actually uses this powder as well, which is really nice. So we're just going to go ahead and dab that pretty much into the T-zone area. As you guys know, I'm not crazy big on powder. I mean, I am, but I'm not like an excessive user. So I'm just going to add it to the areas I really want to stand out and hold on a little longer. So it's going to be mainly the under eye area, pretty much T-zone. So we're letting that adhesive dry. As you can see, there's still a little bit of glue showing through, so don't worry if it looks like that. Just know it's drying. They'll get there. So we're now going to convert her into a Dermablend lever. I told her that this is like my favorite. I told her I do like it a lot more than Laura Mercier, so she's really like excited to try this.
Get it, yeah.
So we are just going to now pick some up on here. So now that that's setting, I'm going to pick up a small tapering brush and a little bit of the Dermablend, and I'm just going to go down the center of her nose. So we're going to let that sit, and while we do, we are just going to like fix up her lashes and adjust at the top of her eyes and then work our way underneath and then keep on going from there. So now we're going to go in with the Pixie Miriam Maquillage little contour duo she did with them. She came out with all these amazing highlighters and bronzers. I do, however, like using this color Empress right here, which is like this highlight. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe E47 brush, which is like an angled contouring brush. And I'm going to just quickly give her nose a quick little snatch up. Just going to press it on there. Get it onto the ball. You guys know I love doing the ball on the tip of the nose to really help bring that out. Give me an instant button nose.
Give me the Karen nose.
Yes, girl, right there. Sister. And now with just a blending brush, this is a Marc Jacobs one. I'm going to take in a little bit of the powder and that bronzer mixed together. And we're going to blend that out. And I find it easier to do it this way for doing it with the powder because sometimes it can be a little tricky. So now I'm going to go ahead and get that brush. This is like a flat brush. And we're going to just buff all this out.
I feel like you just did surgery on my nose.
Shut up. So now we're going to go back with the color Bold, and we're just gonna go underneath of our eyes and pretty much just smoke this area out. I personally love it to look with the smoky eye. I feel like you gotta top it up with the smoky under eye as well. You can't leave it too bare. So I'm just gonna use the shadows here to really help smoke that out and create the same effect we did on top underneath. All about the eyes. I feel like Valentine's Day is all about the eyes. Men are looking right here. They want to look in there. They want to look in your soul.
Into your soul.
And that's where the soul happens right there. Gotta captivate them. Hold on.
That's how I got Caesar.
So now we're gonna go in with the Tartist Pro Eyeliner. And we're gonna be using the retractable pencil side. And we're just gonna go all on her lower lash line, getting as close as we can to the lower lashes. Now we're grabbing the colors Smoked and Edgy, which are the crease colors we used, and I'm just going to now smoke underneath of her eyes. So I'm going directly over the first color I applied, and as you can see, I'm just going in that sketching kind of back and forth motion, and it's giving her like a really nice, just deeper, sexier, smoldering, smoky look, a little bit of everything. So just make sure you really go as close as you can to the lash line, and then from there, a tip that I recommend is to grab like a pencil brush like this. This is the Morphe Y22, any pencil brush, and then just go directly over what you just smoked out so that you can really buff out that line so there's no line of demarcation and it doesn't really just like close in the eye. Gonna top off her bottom lashes with the Makeup Forever mascara again, and again just tugging it right at the root of the lash. So now we're gonna take in the MAC Refined Golden to bronze her up, and I'm gonna use this, again, Morphe 510 brush, kind of use it on the out part of her face. And I like doing this for like the outskirts part or any areas that are like harder to reach. Gotta chisel that chin for that date night. And now with the, this is a fan brush, we're just gonna go and go directly underneath of her cheekbones and just really working our way up. This is like one of my favorite brushes to use. You see how that really is just like captivating like her cheekbone and just really pulling the whole look together. There's a difference in that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so one thing that me and Christen kept pointing out right now and that I pointed out was that her lashes just are not doing it for me. They're not like as full as I really want them to look. So I'm gonna actually add in another pair. I'm gonna use the House Lashes Iconic. And I'm doing this because with a smoky eye, the issue that can happen is that lashes just don't show. Although you guys probably see them and from the side, definitely is visible. But for me personally, it's just not enough lash. So I'm gonna pop these on. Pop them on real quick, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maybe pull them out towards the side of the eye, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Benefit Dandelion blush. I personally, like I said, I don't love too much blush, so it's just gonna add a touch of color to her cheek. Okay, so gonna top off her skin using the Charolette Tilbury Bar of Gold highlighter. Love this highlighter lately. It's so gorgeous, and it's like the most gorgeous yellow shade imaginable. So we're gonna apply this on with the Smith brush. Going with the Maybelline 125. This is the magnetic mauve. I'm gonna let her line her own lips. So this is their new retractable lip pencil, and they came in a ton of shades, and this one's really, really gorgeous. So we're going in with Jouer Buff lip topper, right? Lip cream, yeah. These are so pretty. It's like one of my favorite liquid lipstick brands. I have like a couple of them, and this is definitely one of them that I really, really like a lot. Their formula is amazing. It doesn't get creasy. It like wears really nicely throughout the day. It's just like honey. It's just like honey. It's gonna totally give her a little bit of less pink, kind of tone it down a little bit, but still keeping it really girly. So I'm now just gonna set her entire makeup using the H2o Aquadefense Essence spray. And so it's going to just lock everything in. She's ready. She's ready for some Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Okay guys, that completes the final look to this gorgeous Valentine's Day makeup sultry smoky eye tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it and hope you guys learned a few new tricks, and hope you guys loved Christen as well. You guys can follow her and subscribe to her on her channels. I'm gonna list them all below. And we also did this, we actually did this one, another look together on her channel. So be sure to check that out once this video is done. And with that being said, we will see you guys on the next video.
Bye.